So you've reached the end of the course. Congratulations. It was quite a lot of stuff to release and explain to you, but hopefully by now you understand how to trade. And okay, you're at that point now where you have confidence. But the thing now is you want to know how to learn quickly and effectively, even if it's the weekend. So here is where the software comes into play. So what is the software? It's called the Soft Forex Simulator. And this simulator, all it does, it plays the market as it moves. You're able to pause, you're able to rewind, you're able to speed up, you're able to check multiple time frames and also execute trades all at the same time. So I'm going to take you through a brief tutorial on how to use it and how to pause, rewind, execute trades, whatsoever. So let's go straight into it. So I'm not going to explain how you put it onto MT4. You'll just have to check out videos on YouTube on how to do that. But once it's in your expert advisor folder, in your open data folder, you'll save it here. As you can see, mine is saved in a folder called Soft Forex Simulator under my expert advisors. All you do here, because we are trading on the 1 minute and the 5 minute charts. Well, we're trading on the 1 minute chart, but the 5 minutes we also use because it's important. What you do is you take it, you change the time frame to 1 minute, and then you upload the simulator. You just click OK. You don't have to allow trading because it doesn't trade for you. It's just a simulation. So you press OK. Just follow these steps and it'll definitely work for you. And then you click on New Simulation. Click on Provider. You click MetaTrader. Here's where an instruments will pop up. This is where you choose whether you want to trade Nasdaq 100 or US30. In this case, I'll trade Nasdaq. And you turn the time frame to M1 or 1 minute. Here you have to be realistic with yourself. If you plan on having a starting balance on your live account of, let's just say $100. Let's just say $100. Most people actually have $100. That's what you put here as a starting balance. The whole point of this simulating software is so you have a good understanding of what you would do in certain situations in the market and how much you would trade and all of that. So the first thing that you would have to do is go through this, put in the starting balance. You're limited to USD. And another thing too, you can say what date you want to start the simulation at. For instance, here the maximum that it could go back is the 23rd of September. But let's just say we wanted to make it yesterday or the 11th, which was Monday. We click on Monday and we say end simulation on the current date. For today is the 13th of October, so we'd say the 13th of October. And rewinding allowed, yes. Pip size, you keep it at 1. Lot size, you make it 100 because this is Nasdaq. And then also be realistic with yourself. If your broker doesn't allow you to trade with a leverage of 1:1,000, in most cases with South African brokers, it's 1:500. So you put it as 1:500. And usually the spread for Nasdaq is actually 90 points. So you take it up to 90 points. There we go. And everything else is set. Everything else is set. And you click on Start Simulation. Click and you say Start Simulation. This is where this pops up. This is where this pops up. And when this is very important because this is all you're going to be using when you when you execute your trades, when you move the market forward, you know, previous bars when you move the market backwards, next bars when you move the market forwards. So this is where you have to open the charts now, because it's still blank in the background. And then you go to charts, you click on period 1 minute, you say add, then you say 5 minutes, then you say add. These are the charts that we need, but you're going to need a third one to speed up the charts. And you click add. This is the 15-minute time frame, and you click add, and then you click on open for each one. It's going to load in the background, as you can see. Click on open again on the next one, and then you click on open one more time. Then you click close. This is where it's going to be important for you to upload the templates that you'll find at the bottom of this course or in the middle of the videos. It's the exact same thing that I explained in earlier videos, but in this case, you'll just upload it instead of putting in the different indicators over and over again. What did I call it? Okay, I'll just say this. Okay. This is what it's called, just so you know. It's called Nas100 and US30 strategy template. Click on that for two of them, for the 1 minute and the 5 minute chart, so you don't get confused on the 15-minute chart. You just keep it like this, and then on the 15-minute chart, all you do with the 15-minute chart, when you open this will be in a window down here at the bottom, and this is where you would go onto the 15-minute chart here on standard chart, and that's when you would play what's going on. This is how you'd move to the next time. As you can see, let me just zoom in. This is where, for instance, when we want to get the markets to 2 a.m., you move forward. Then you go to the 5-minute chart, and bear in mind, as you move this to the next time, the M5 automatically adjusts as well, and the M1 also adjusts. So you'd first use the 15-minute chart here, and you'd move all the way to 2 o'clock, well, to 5 minutes before. Okay, since here it's on 3:45, which is actually 2:45, you'd move back because you're trying to get to 2 o'clock. So go back again one more time on the 15 minutes, and you see here that it's 2:45, so you're 15 minutes away from the actual 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock CET. Then we move to the 5-minute chart, and then we move to the 5-minute here, and this is where we would start doing our analysis. There we go. And as you can see here, it's 3:10. Well, it's 2:10. Let's just say 2:10. We move to the 1-minute chart, and you see the exact same thing, 2:10. And this is how you actually use the software. You move it forward, you move it backwards. For instance, 5-minute charts, I'm not really paying attention, but you just watch the market move. See here, it was overbought here, and even though there wasn't really a signal because the market is not moving well, you would just, this is just an example, you just do this, you wait for the crossover of the EMA, of the SMA, but it's not crossing over. But let's just say it's a situation where the market is moving well and it changes direction. That's when you would adjust your lot size. For instance, with the $100 account, you start off with the lot size of 1, and this is where you would buy here and sell. Let's say you execute a buy, it'll appear here as if it's the real market. as if it's the real market. And that's when you would start processing your trade. Okay, move. Okay, let's say it went into profits, even though it did go against my direction, even though I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. You would see here that this is your profits or your losses, your current profits or losses, and the equity would change as well. And then when you close the trade, you click on close all, and then you go back to the 15 minutes and you move to the next time that is a peak time to trade. So you move back here to the 15 minutes and you go next till you get 7 o'clock, for instance. I do not know what time this is. Okay, this is 7 o'clock. Then you move to the 5 minute. It's overbought here. I'm just doing something random, overbought. Then you move to the 1 minute charts because it's overbought on the 5 minutes, and you're waiting for a crossover of the SMA, and it's not doing that. It keeps making false breakouts, and eventually you'd enter in the trade. Eventually it enter in the trade. It crossed over here. You enter in a trade for a sell, for instance. Next bar, 1, 2, 3. As the setup happens, as I've explained in previous videos, this would be a winning trade because you hold for 3 candles. This would represent 3 minutes. You close, and this is your profits. For instance, if you're trading with 0.01. So this is how you use this software. But another thing that I want to show you is this thing where you say trades. You click on trades, and then let's say you want to put your stop loss to break even, or you want to put in a trailing stop. When you want to put your stop loss to break even on your trade, you just click here on BE. This means break even. Click on that, and for instance, if you want to put a trailing stop, you would adjust it, and you put it in by clicking sets. Then you put in the number of pips anyways, and then you just exit this again, and you play. You just keep playing the market, but I would have closed the trade here. But anyways, close, and you go back to the 15 minutes again, and you keep moving to the next time. This will accelerate your learning curve by maybe 10 times. Instead of actually practicing on live markets, you can practice on markets even when it's like 11 o'clock at night and there's no setups. You can still be practicing and sharpening your skills, so that eventually you have so much confidence that you don't need the software anymore. And this goes hand in hand with US30, even though I've been showing you NASDAQ. Everything that I've done for NASDAQ to set up this whole software, and how I traded, and what lot size I used, and I put up M1, M5, M15, everything is the exact same for US30 as well. And you can also add US30 separately here, so you can have 2 trades, 2 indices that you're trading on at the same time in the simulation. This simulation costs a lot of money, but I managed to get it and put it on the course, so I hope that you'll be able to use it. And as far as I'm concerned, I think I've finished explaining every single thing. And moving forward, I wish you all the best and good luck trading.